Ooh, what's going on, YouTube? It's Donnie B all day. So we're gonna have a little chat to chat, a little talk to talk, a little you and me, you all and just me. So here's the deal. What's going on in the world right now, not just here in this country, but globally, is a bunch of BS, right? I mean, it's just crazy times right now. Crazy. We have a guy in the United States who's running for president who's been in office for 47 years and done nothing. You know what he did? He voted to keep black kids out of his kids' all-white school. That's the guy that we have running for president. It's a crazy mixed up time right now because people are voting for him. But here's the deal, guys. I was talking about this whole situation with a guy the other day, and it's a guy that supports people like this guy. And he tried pulling the whole color thing and race thing, and he says to me, which is heard all over the place, you hear a lot of people say this, I don't see color. And I looked at him square in his eyes and I said, yeah, you do. That's just dumb. Anybody can say, if I, looking like this, stood right here and right next to me stood Wesley Snipes, you couldn't not look at us and decide which one was which color. But what is color, honestly? That's the question. The thing is, it's not about do you see color. The thing is to just not care. It's just, who cares? All right, I'm white, you're Hispanic, you're black, you're Asian. Who cares? That's the thing, is everybody leans so hard on giving a crap if one person is one way and another is a different. It doesn't matter. There is nothing about us in our souls and our blood that it matters to. There's a famous, very well-known viral clip of two toddlers coming down the street at each other, right? One's a little tiny black toddler, one's a little tiny white toddler, and they see each other from 100 yards away, and they start doing their little boogie with their legs moving like this, and they get to each other and they just embrace, right? These two little boys. And let me tell you something about it. They can see that there's one's darker and one's lighter. They don't care. They don't care. Caring is something you're taught to do. You're taught to care about color. You're taught to care about somebody's accent is different than yours. You're taught to care about somebody's religion is different than yours. You're taught wrong. Just don't give a damn what you look like or what you're about. As long as you're a good person to me, I'm a good person to you. That's just the way it is. If you want to be a bad person, I'm going to treat you like a bad person. If you want to be a better person, I'm going to shut you down. It's just the way it works. Guys, this whole thing going on in the world right now with black versus white, or this versus this, or this versus this, we all come from the same first mother. Understand that. We all come from the same first mother, right? When the beginning of life happened, right? And light was shined upon us, and we were born from single-celled structures. Right? That's what we come from. We are all the freaking same. Let me tell you a little thing about color. There is no such thing as pure white person. You can't, it's impossible. No, you can see albinos and you can see people, you say, man, that's the whitest person ever. That guy's pure white. No, it's impossible. There's no such thing as a pure white person, just like there's no such thing as a pure black person. You can see the dark-skinned people in the world, and they're not pure black. We are all variants of the same color. You understand? Like if you take white and you take black, you divide it down the middle. Here's your color, right? There's your color right in the middle. Now, all of this color goes this way, all of this color goes this way, but it all starts from the same spot. We're all variants of the same thing, right? It's just ridiculous. Why can you see, you go to Italy and you can see a dark-skinned white male, right? That's odd. How come you can go to Africa and you can find a light-skinned black male? Oh, that's odd. Because we're not different. People have to get it through their heads and get rid of the whole stereotype that there are differences among us. And this is where we're going to come to racism. Racism is bullcrap. And I'm going to explain it to you very easily. Prejudice is real. There are so many dirtbags out there who are absolutely prejudiced. They'll see you by color and they will judge you by color. They will see you by religion and they will judge you by religion. Those people are prejudiced, not racist. Let me tell you why that is the way it is. Because we, the human race, are Homo sapien, right? Now, think about all the other races of human being on this planet right now, okay? We have Homo sapien, we have, and then we have, no, guess what? There's only Homo sapiens. There's only a single freaking race of human beings on this entire planet. Homo sapiens. There used to be Cro-Magnon and Homo erectus and all these other different things, and some of them lived at the same time. They lived at the same time. And guess what? If you were a Homo erectus and that was a Cro-Magnon over there, and you saw him and you said, "Ooh, I hate him because he's Cro-Magnon," guess what? You're a racist because you hate a different race of human being. We aren't a different race. You and me, wherever you are in the world right now, guess what? You're a Homo sapien. Homo sapien. And I am a Homo sapien. You know what that makes us? The same. I don't care if you're darker, lighter. I don't care if you're invisible. You are a Homo sapien. We are the same. There is one single race. That means to be racist is impossible, because to hold one race higher than another race is what racism is, right? When you think of one race higher than another, that's racism. So if you're saying, I think Homo sapiens are better than Homo sapiens, well, let me just tell you something. You're not racist. You're stupid. You're stupid, because that's not how it works. You're just prejudiced. So just let's try and fix ourselves before we worry about other people fixing themselves. Because if you're walking around saying, "Oh, you're a racist, you're a racist, you're a racist," really, well, you don't understand English, because racism is not a real thing. Prejudice is a real thing. And prejudice just makes you a jerk. You're an ass. That's what you are. If you are prejudiced without knowing somebody, if you take everybody and judge them as a whole, right, then you're the problem, right? You know what I mean? It's like, and we do it all the time. It comes down to everything. If there's somebody goes out, some jackwad just goes out and decides to pull the trigger in public, boop, 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 and take some people out, then, everybody says, oh, guns are all bad. People with guns are all bad. Really? Because the last I checked, a lot of people with guns save a lot of other people's lives. And if, you can see, oh, there goes the news. It just shows, some old white guys walking across the street, and guess what? A young black kid came and hit him in the head with a brick. Guy falls down on the ground. Did all black people hit this guy with a brick? No. So why automatically assume because one does something, it's all the rest are going to do the same thing? That's being prejudiced. That's being stupid. So I'm not going to sit here and tell you, listen, don't see somebody by color. See somebody by color, because it's 100%, it's physical. You can see color. Just stop caring. If we all just stopped caring that somebody else looks different, then who cares? Once we all realize that we all come from the same place, we all share the same bloodline, we are all Homo sapiens on this earth. Once we realize that, then maybe we can start to say, all right, who cares? Who cares then? What's the difference? Start judging people individually. If that person is a scumbag, then that person's a scumbag. If that's a good person, then that's a good person. Because you can have two people who look identical, and one of them is very bad and one of them can be very good, right? This guy could be your worst enemy. This guy could be your best friend, but they could be the same looking people, right? They could look the same. People, come on, man. Bob Marley once said this great thing. He said, "One love." 2 words. One love. And you put it in your head and you're singing the song, "One love, one love." Okay, let's get together and be all right. So one love, 2 words, makes like all sense. One love, 2 words, all sense. We are all the same freaking person, right? Some of us talk different, some of us look different, some of us are tall, some of us are short, some of us are wide, some of us are narrow. Who cares? Who cares? It just comes down to the value of the person. You know, Martin Luther King said, don't judge a man by his color, but by his character, right? By his character. And what that means is we're all the same. Doesn't matter what color you are. We're all the same depending on who you are on the inside, right? So if you have bad character, be judged by that. You know what I mean? If you're a bad person, let people say you're a bad person because of that. So I don't care. I just don't care what color you are. With all the stuff that's going on these days, you know, people love to know where everybody stands. Oh, where do you stand? Where do you stand? Let me tell you where I stand. I don't care. I don't care. The whole this life matter, that life matters, bull crap. First of all, if you believe in the word racism, check this out. Saying if I were to go out with a sign that says Black Lives Matter, that is super racist by the value of what you put on that word. And the reason is because I told you, when you are one race and you consider another race less than you, that means you're a racist, even though the whole race thing, we get that. It's not real. But what they're doing is if me, this color of me, goes out saying Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter, what I'm saying is, listen, we need to change. We need people to start recognizing that these people matter, which means you're saying that they don't matter already to you and you want other people to have them matter, which means you put your race above theirs. And by the definition of the word racism, the way you use it in this world, that would make you the racist, right? Dumb, da dum 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 da dum dum dum. So here's the deal, guys. We're all, especially here, we're brothers of the blade. We're all family, man. We're all friends. I don't care. I don't care who you are. I don't care where you come from. I don't care what language you speak. I don't care what God you do or do not value. I do not care. If you come on my page, or if I see you face to face somewhere and you look me square in the eyes, you're like, D-Bat, what's up? Guess what? What's up, man? I don't care who you are. I'm going to love you no matter what, because that's the kind of person I am, because my head's screwed on right. We all come from the same first mother, guys. If you don't like it, get over it. Get over it. If you look across the street and there's a black guy walking toward you and you're a white guy and you think, oh, here comes a black guy, how about start thinking, who cares? Because maybe on his side, he's walking toward you going, oh, it's just a white guy, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, right? Just because you watch the news, don't let the media fool you, man. The media is out to kill you. The media is out to separate us and make us believe that we're all different and make us believe that this race is this and this race is that. The media will poison your mind. And how do I know this? Because two toddlers who don't watch the news saw each other and embraced like they hadn't seen each other in 50 years, even though they were only 2 years old, right? It's because they haven't learned from the media that they're supposed to look at each other as different people, like they're different things, right? It's just not true, guys. We're all the same, man. Everybody needs to, when you look at another person, think from the mind of a toddler, like you just haven't been taught yet, and give that person a chance to prove you wrong, that they're not a bad person. Give that person a chance. Don't give them a chance to prove that they're good. Give them a chance to prove that they're bad, because I think that's another thing that people screw up on, is they just assume everyone's bad and they wait for the good to come out to, like, they have to prove that you're a good person. No, make them prove that they're a bad person. Accept them first, throw them out later if they're a bad person, but don't throw them out because of this. Oh no, melatonin. Ooh, don't throw them out because of that. Throw them out because of this, right? Guys, it's very, very simple. You know what else is simple? Understanding where the heart is. This is the right side of my chest. This is the left side. There's the center right here. This is where my heart is, not over here. So this right here. But it's as simple as that, guys. Do you see black and white? Of course you do. If I hear you say, well, I don't see color, I might have to give you one of those upon the noggin. Listen, it's not about seeing, it's about not caring. And not caring is the best way to live. You're going to be a lot happier. I know, because that's how I live, and I am loving freaking life. So, that's it. I am Donnie B all day, the neutral color. Until next video.